All right, good deal. Okay, well, welcome to everyone who is on the call. This is typically what we call our business building call, which is usually for our ambassadors who've been with us for a little bit, but we've had so much team growth this month that Heather and Linda and myself really felt like this call needed to be more focused to really what each one of us does every month to build our business. Linda and Heather have been doing this for over 4 years. I've been doing it for over 3 years. And y'all, we don't do anything differently with our businesses than what we're going to share with you tonight for you to do with your businesses. And whether or not you're on this call because you want to get your products paid for and you have no intention at all of building a Plexus empire, or if you're on the flip side of that and you want it all, you want the free car, the Hawaii trip, you want the $40,000+ a month diamond pay, then awesome. Then you're in the right place. No matter what end of that spectrum you're on, this call is for you. And we are going to talk to you about two main things tonight. I'm going to share with you about what's called going silver, or the power of three. And then after I get done explaining that, Linda is going to come in and talk to you about what do you say to people when you're talking to them about Plexus, the business, okay? Because people, the wide world knows that our products are amazing, especially now we have a whole new line of products because unfortunately, we've kind of gotten the stigma of the weight loss company, even though we're so not that. We have amazing products for our health, but now we have a skincare line that is really going to launch us into being a different type of company, which is going to be around forever for our children's children. It's super great to know that we have products for every single person, no matter what their lot in life. So I want to talk to you right now about what we call going silver. For those of you who just signed today or just in the last few days, going silver means that you sign 3 people, only three, to your team. Like all of you went to someone else's website and clicked join to get your products wholesale or the cheapest possible, or you knew you were going to take these products every month and you wanted to get them at the best price. You may or may not have any intention of growing a business, but we all know at least 3 people that will jump on board and do anything with us. Hey girl, let's go get our nails done. I'm in. Hey girl, hey guy, let's go to dinner. I'm in. Hey, I'm fixing to try this new weird treatment for my hair. Are you in? Let's do it together. We all have at least 3 of those people, whether it's your mama, your sister, your best friend, your husband, your colleagues at work, no matter who they are, we all have at least 3. It's not hard to get 3 people to do something with you, especially when you tell them how amazing our skincare is, our probiotic is, our pink drink. So it's super easy to share and get 3 people on board. Well, what happens with the magic of 3? I'm about to share that with you. First of all, you get your first bonus with Plexus. At the rank of silver, that's not what I want to show you. At the rank of silver, you get $100. On top of, you're going to earn some money because people have purchased welcome packs from you. If they buy a $99 welcome pack, you're going to make $25 off of that. Then you're going to earn Plexus points for them, which averages about $3 a point. And those 3 people that made you silver each count for 5 points. So that's 15 points times 3 is $45 on top of the welcome pack money, on top of your $100 silver bonus. Boom, you just got your products paid for. Y'all, it is that simple. Because when we talk to people about our products, I like to share with people that it costs about $3 a day. When you tell someone it's about $3 a day for our products, it's easier to wrap your mind around than saying, well, our welcome pack's $99, then you pay the $34, and people start wigging out when you talk about anything over $100. But if you break it down to it's about $3 a day, people can swallow that because they know they walk their tail ends to the vending machine and buy a Diet Coke, and a Snicker bar, and it costs more than $3. So it's just how you approach it. But anyway, the power of 3 and going silver. This is in every single one of your back offices under training and under the rank up roadmap. Linda, you may have to mute everybody. That's not muted. So if you go to your virtual office and you go to training and you go to rank up roadmap, the very first rank up roadmap is for silver. And this is one of the documents back there, and it's called Me Plus 3. Getting to silver. It's as easy as Me Plus 3. Get 3 people to sign up on your team, and this is how you tell them. You share the products with everybody that you can think of, and Linda's going to help you figure out how to come up with people to share with. Then you're going to, once you talk to them about it, then you're going to follow up with them. We have a great special going on right now that you can sign up for $10 through the end of the day tomorrow. So if you want to go silver in 24 hours, you can do that because we have this special. Then once you get them and you look for, and like I said, sometimes it's only going to be someone who wants their products wholesale, but it may be someone who really needs money and needs this business. Then once you get those 3 people, boom, $100 bonus. Now, let me show you something beautiful. Then once you become silver and those 3 people are under you, then we get each one of those people to sign 3. Okay. And then each one of those people to sign 3. And each one of those people to sign 3. 7 levels down. That's how you get paid in Plexus. 7 levels down. So by the time you get through level 4 and every one of those initial 3 have signed 3, then you're almost at the rank of Emerald, which is where the Hawaii trip is and the free car is. Y'all, it is that simple, and it's so powerful and it's easy when you only think of it as 3. And then once you have those 3, they each sign 3. So now Linda's going to share with you what to say based on the fact of whether it's someone really, really close to you, someone that you sort of kind of know but you don't talk to very often, or someone you meet in the grocery store, because that seems to be one of the questions that people have most often. Okay, Linda, you're unmute yourself.
Yeah, I figured that out. Okay, if you didn't hear me earlier, I'm sorry. My landscaper came today and put a bunch of stuff in the yard, and my nose is just going crazy. But anyway, I'll do the best I can. I was telling Becky earlier, I always approach Plexus as a business more than I do products. I'm not quite sure. When I joined, I really didn't join so much for a business as for the products at that time. And that was 5 years ago in August. But it was a big plus if I could make some money at it too. And that's what I told Heather when I joined under Heather. I said, these products are great, and if they do what we've been told they'll do, but if we could make some money at the same time. Well, you know what I was telling Becky earlier today, everybody in the world thinks they need some more money. Even rich people always want more. And there's not anything wrong with wanting more money, even if you're rich, because money can do a lot of things, a lot of good for a lot of people, just like a brick. Is a brick good? Is a brick bad? It depends on what you're going to do with it. If you're going to throw it in somebody's window as they drive by, well, it's bad. But if you're going to build a hospital, well, it's good. Money's the same way. So I usually almost always approach telling somebody about Plexus with how much money they could potentially make. Not that everybody is going to go out and do, be an emerald, because everybody obviously isn't. But you know what? There's a lot of people that $100 a month, $300 a month, $500 a month extra would be huge for them. So that's the way I look at it. And I made some notes today, and I'm going to put these notes in our team files. And by the way, if you don't know it, in our big group page, The Diamond Express, we have a bunch of files. We have a bunch of photos. And if you'll go look in files, you'll find a world of information that you might have wondered, well, how do you do this, or what is this? Are you stopping the, okay. Whoops. Let me make the screen bigger.
Are you going to share your screen?
No, I don't have anything I need to share.
Okay, well then while you're talking, I'm just going to show them, I'm going to find our page and show them where the files are real quick.
Okay, good. Here's what I do, and I've had to learn to do this because although I'm basically a more shy person for sure than like Heather or my husband, I can talk a lot when it comes to Plexus. And that's not necessarily what we want to do. So what I have had to learn to do is ask questions and listen. It's very important that you listen to what people are saying or maybe even not saying. Here are some typical questions. Now, I'm not talking tonight really so much about your own relatives and friends, because Becky kind of addressed that, you know, come along, go with me. This is a new thing. Let's do it together. This is more for people that are a little further removed than that, or people that you meet that you don't know at all. Here's some of the things that I might ask them. It just depends on the occasion, but do you work outside your home? Don't say, do you work? Because if a woman stays home, she's still working. So I say, do you work outside your home? Do you have kids? How long have you been married? You know, if they have a wedding ring on, if they don't have a wedding ring on, are you married? What does your husband do? I mean, those are questions that I've been asked, that you've been asked before. Those are not intrusive questions. And Becky and I were talking, there is an acrostic, a word that can help you kind of remember how to ask people questions, and it's called FORM, F-O-R-M. I learned it a long time ago in relationship to something totally different. But FORM stands for F, family. Somebody needs to be muted. Or can you do that, or do I need to do that? I see it. I got it. F stands for family. That's asking them some of the questions I just now said to you. O is for occupation. M is for relationships. As you talk with somebody more, they might tell you about a health issue they have, or their mama has, you know, their mom has diabetes or something like that. And then M is for the message of Plexus, what it is you want to tell them about. And hey, sometimes when you first meet somebody, you don't get all the way down to that. Maybe you just build a friendship first. But it's very important that you can tell your Plexus story. Now, when you might say to somebody asked me, what do you do? I am with a health and wellness company called Plexus. Have you ever heard of them? I always say that. Have you ever heard of Plexus? And you know, about half the time they have, and half the time they have never heard of Plexus. I went to the eye doctor this week, and I have 20/20 vision. I am so excited about that. I have worn contacts and glasses since the 7th grade. When we moved to Texas about 5 years ago, I've always had a restriction on my driver's license that I have to wear glasses. But last year I went to the eye doctor and I had 20/25, and I was so shocked. And in fact, the year before it was better than it had been. And I said to him, do you think I could have passed a driving test without my glasses? And he said, I think you can. It's worth a try. So make long story short, I misplaced my driver's license and I had to go get another one. And I tried it with no glasses or contacts and I passed. Well, this week when I went, I have 20/20. I mean, I could hardly believe it. I wear one contact lens to read. So I said to him, why do you, or maybe he said to me, I can't remember, but I said, I think it's because of my Plexus product. Have you ever heard of Plexus? And he said, no. So I told him what Plexus was. It's a health and wellness company. It's a network company. I've been with them 5 years. And I told him about how my cholesterol had first dropped when I got on Plexus 60 points and stayed that low. I mean, that's important to a doctor. They understand that kind of thing. So you need to be prepared to tell your story and be able to say in 1 or 2 sentences. You have a question, Becky?
Can you mute everybody that's jumped on?
Yeah, I think I've got them all now. Sorry about that. Okay, so you need to be able to say to people, what is Plexus, when they ask you in 1 or 2 sentences. And it can be whatever is best and feels right and good to you. But that's what I say. Plexus is a health and wellness company. I've been involved, almost 5 years. I love it. My health is better, just like I told the eye doctor. I think the reason my eyes are better is because of Plexus. I said, I don't really know, but I don't know what else it could be. So I'm going to say that it's Plexus. But you need to be able to tell people that, because they will ask you that. Then you need to be able to tell them your story. What is your Plexus story? Well, how did you find Plexus? You know how I found Plexus? Our daughter, Heather's our youngest daughter, our fearless leader. She called me one day and said, Mom, a lady on Facebook has been posting about this new product called Plexus. And this lady was a teacher with Heather formerly and had cancer and had trouble losing weight. And she said, Mom, she's lost weight and she's talking about this new drink that you drink. She's going to come over to my house. Do you want to come over and hear what she has to say? And yes, I'd struggled with my weight most of my life. So yes, I wanted to go over and hear what she had to say. That is how I found Plexus. There's more to it than that, but that's how I found Plexus. And you need to be able to explain, what were you looking for? Why did you join? Well, I joined because Heather and I had always struggled with our weight as adults. I would lose it and gain it and lose it and gain it. So I'd always struggled that way. And you need to be able to tell people, what has it done for you? What results have you seen? I talk about my weight loss, how I've kept it off. I talk about my cholesterol, and now I'm going to talk about my vision. And that's not something I can say on Facebook, but anyway. What has excited you the most about Plexus? You know what has excited me about Plexus? In the 2 years, I reached Emerald status. That's the 3rd highest in the company. That meant that I got to go to Hawaii in September with all my expenses paid and bring my husband. Heather got to go the year before me. I missed the deadline by 1 month. So she's been 3 times. I've only been twice with Plexus. This will be my 3rd year. I think that's right. But I mean, I love that. Everybody wants to go to Hawaii. Almost everybody would love to go to Hawaii. Becky's planning on getting there very soon, hopefully this year. So you just need to be able to explain your Plexus story. Now, I know some of you do not have a full-blown story yet. So you think about it as your story progresses, how you're going to share that with people. Here is what Rod always asks younger waiters and waitresses. Well, they're not always younger, but the younger ones, he says, are you in college? What do you want to be when you graduate, or what are you studying? You find out why that person is working as a waiter or waitress. Those are not the best paying jobs. And generally speaking, you don't have to have a college education to be a waiter or waitresses. I mean, it can be very lucrative for sure. So those are questions that Rod asked them. And when he's not there, I ask, I can ask those things too. I always look and see if it's a woman, does she have a wedding ring on? If she has a wedding ring on, do you have kids? And if she does not have a wedding ring on, I sometimes say, do you have any children? And sometimes they have children and no wedding ring. Now, what does that tell you? This is, generally speaking, this is a single mom who is working to support her child or her children. How much could Plexus benefit somebody like that? A lot, a lot. So everybody is looking for one of 3 things. I learned this at a convention or a Plexus event several years ago from a man named Victor Antonio, and he is going to be the MC at our convention this year. I love him. He's so funny. He talks a million miles an hour, so you have to really listen quickly. But the first time I ever heard him speak, here's what he said. He said, pretend that everybody has a triangle on top of their head, an invisible triangle like that. And that points of that triangle stand for three things. Everybody needs either health, wealth, or weight loss. I mean, there is really nothing outside of those three things. So I have seen people pitch, so to speak, Plexus to somebody with the health benefits. And what that person needed the most was the wealth benefits. So you got to kind of figure out in your conversation with these people, what is it? And it could be they need all three of those things. Or it could be they only need one or two. But don't pitch something that they don't need, because they're not going to buy something they don't need. So find out, is it health, wealth, or weight loss? Now, when you talk to somebody about Plexus, have you noticed that I've kind of used my eyes and smiled and been enthusiastic and excited? That's because that's how you need to be when it comes to Plexus. Make sure you smile. Make sure you exude energy and excitement. A couple of words you do not want to use are I wish or I hope. But with Plexus, you want to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you know what I'm going to do within this next year in Plexus? I'll tell you. Rod and I are going to take all of our children and all of our grandchildren to Israel. Rod and I have been to Israel many times. We don't even remember how many times. But I love to go to Israel. My Bible is a whole new book once you've been to Israel once. And I want to go one more time. It's on my bucket list. And we have taken different years, each of our daughters, to Israel. Well, hopefully in this next year, there I said it, hopefully. Oh, gosh. I just broke my own rule. Anyway, we are going to take our 4 daughters and their husbands and our 11 grandchildren to Israel. That's one of my goals for this next year. You need to know, what are your goals in Plexus? What are your goals? Do you plan to retire? Do you want to just stay home with your kids? Do you want to travel? Are you tired of the 9-to-5 routine? Whatever the previous questions are that you ask that person, that's what you need to find out. What are their goals? You know, they don't like their job. They wish they could stay home with their kids. Childcare is so expensive these days. Just ask a lot of questions and then shut your mouth and listen. You know, some of us ask a lot of questions and we never give people a chance to answer those questions. But we need to listen to what people tell us. Based on the questions you've asked and what they have answered, what you can say something like, what would excite you the most about joining me in a business like Plexus? I don't even necessarily say Plexus, a business like Plexus. Would it be you want to travel? You want to have a car like I have, a Lexus? I got my second one last year in 2017. And it's leased, but the company pays me more than my car payment. They pay me $600 a month, and Heather has her second Lexus. Maybe they need better transportation. Maybe they're just one of those fun party people, and they just like to get together with friends and have fun. Maybe they need extra money. Maybe they need help with paying their bills. Maybe they need financial freedom. Maybe they got to an older age in their life and they're not ready financially for retirement. If you've seen that commercial on television where the people walk and the lights light up, and when the money runs out, it stops, and they're all pretty much shocked because it didn't last nearly as long as they thought. There's a lot of older people that are not prepared for retirement, and Plexus can be a huge benefit for them. Don't forget these 3 words: feel, felt, found. This is another thing that we've learned through the years. Some people may say, I just don't know if this is for me. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I first got started. But here's what I found. Now, here's something a lot of people tell you, but I'm not a salesman. you know what, I've never really considered myself a salesman either, but I do consider myself to be a person of influence, that people listen to me. And you need to be a person of character, and you need to be a person of influence. That's what Becky was talking about. Your 3 friends, they love you, they trust you, you have influence over them. So what I say is, sponsoring is all about numbers. If you talk to one person and they have absolutely no interest, hey, it's okay. You got to know, move on. You might need to get 10 no's. You know the difference between me and you? I've had more no's. I've talked to more people. It hasn't discouraged me, because you know what? I feel like those people that told me no or not now, and most of the time no doesn't really mean no, it means not now, or it means I don't have enough information. I feel like they are the ones who lost out, because I know what I have, and I know what it's doing for me, and I know what it's doing for my family, and I know because of the people I'm able to contribute to financially, I know how it's changing their lives and what a difference it's making. So I always feel like they were the ones who lost out. It wasn't me if they told me no.
Right. And Linda,
Yes.
I was just going to share with them that some of you that are on the call don't know that Linda is my sponsor, and I told her no for over a year.
She did.
And I mean, I had incredible amounts of weight to lose. I still have more weight to lose, but you know, at this point I've lost, you know, around 90 pounds. And, but I just wasn't ready. I mean, because just sometimes people don't have enough information, or for whatever reason it is, but you just keep asking, and you keep, because if you know in your heart of hearts that either our products or our business can change someone's life, which they can, then if you love and you care for them enough, you're not going to let them go. You're not going to pester them to death, but you're certainly not going to stop sharing with them. And she never gave up on me. And then one day I just said, okay, I'm ready. And so, I mean, I'm a Ruby ambassador. The money of this company has revolutionized my family. I mean, I paid, you know, we paid in cash for a $7,000 cruise last summer for our 2 oldest girls' graduation gift. We're going to the beach next week for, you know, totally paid for by Plexus. But I wanted to share, Linda, were you done before I wrap up? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
One more minute. I just wanted to say,
okay,
it's all about numbers. You know, don't let a no bother you. Just keep right on going and talk to everybody. I mean, everybody. Don't what we call puke Plexus on people, but talk to people, make new friends, make new acquaintances. The first conversation you have with someone, it might not come up about Plexus, but ask them, are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? You know, get their information and connect with them like that. Keep in touch with those people. And one of the most important things is follow up. You know, just because you connected on Facebook, follow up with them. It was so nice to meet you at the store the other day. I'm so glad we ran into each other. I'm so glad we connected. Let's stay in touch. And I have 5 books that I want to mention, and I have them right here, that I have read all of them, and they are fantastic books, and anyone would be a great book for you to start with. The first one is Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. She's with another network marketing company, but some of what she says is just so wonderful. It's really easy to read. It is not a big book. It's very short, very little. 10 Principles of Success by Dr. Neil Weaver. That's another great book. And I'm going to put all this in our files. And this is something that I gave Becky, and I've tried to give to almost all of my level ones that I've sponsored. It's a CD, Building Your Network Business by Jim Rohn. It's an excellent CD. It's funny. You'll love it. It talks about how you talk to people about your business. Another one is The 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke, about how if you work really, really hard for 4 years, you can have an excellent income. And, you know, that's where I am now, but I'm going on. And the last one is someone that we have heard at Plexus 2 or 3 times, called The Barefoot Executive, Carrie Wilkerson. I forget how much weight she lost. She lost a ton of weight. I mean, she's just a nice, slim person now, but she's real funny, real cute, and she talks about how you can do this business. And I will put my notes in our files. That's it, Becky.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say, guys, thank y'all for being on. It is an exciting time to be in Plexus right now. If you've looked at the team page this week, look at all the people that we are adding. Oh my goodness, because guess what? We have a Joyum welcome pack. That's the only way you can get it right now. The only way you can put your sweet little hands on these amazing skincare products is to join the team. And so to get your hands on those products, you got to be an ambassador. Another thing is that we have that special to sign up is $10 through tomorrow. I forget. Don't wait till like 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Try to get it done before the end of the workday so you don't run into the break in the internet. We will overload the Plexus website. We do it every time there is a special, and then it's a big old chaotic mess. So don't be that person that waits to the last minute. Every single one of you that can hear my voice, let's get you to silver before the end of this month. Wouldn't it be great to have your products paid for and make a little money right here going into the summer? We are here to help you with that. And one of the things that I put in the chat a minute ago, don't wait till you have your own Plexus story. Some of you are brand new. You don't have a story, but there was something about your sponsor story that attracted you to join. Use our stories. That's what we're here for, because one day you'll have a story and it's not going to be very long at all. Another thing is three-way chats through Messenger. If you don't have a clue what you're talking about related to Plexus, but you got people already asking you about it, you don't have to know everything. Put your potential, yourself, and your sponsor in a three-way chat and let us take the lead and let us help you answer all those questions. We are one Plexus. We are a family. And when you joined this team, it was ordained by the Lord. It was something that we do not take lightly. We value every one of you. We pray over you. And we want you guys to know that we're here to help you grow your team and meet all of your goals, no matter what they are. Like I said, whether it's just to get your products paid for or whether it is to go completely to the top, we are here to help you. So do y'all have any questions at all before we get done?
Becky, I had one more quick thing I wanted to mention that you kind of reminded me, because a lot of new people are afraid that somebody's going to ask them a question they don't know the answer to. And here's what you say. This is lawyer talk here. You say, that's a great question. I'm going to find out and get back with you. So you don't need to be afraid of any question anybody's going to ask you, because we don't all know the answers, and we sure didn't know them at the beginning.
Sure, that's right. Does anyone have a question before we hop off? If you do, unmute yourself because we can't hear you. You're in the top, if it's in the top little right-hand corner of your deal.
Raise your hand and wave and I'll unmute you.
I think Christy's trying to say something.
Okay, let me unmute her. Okay.
Okay, Christy, go.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about the $10 sign up.
Okay, whenever they join, they're going to use the code. It's called Sign Me Up. It's like when you pull up your website, it's the very first thing you see where it has the Joyum. It talks about the Joyum, and it says until May 25th, you can sign up for I think it's $9.95 or $9.99. Use the code Sign Me Up.
Okay.
And when they're checking out, it'll ask for a promo code. And so they, instead of paying the $34.95, they can join for $9.95 or $9.99, whichever one it is. And then they purchase their welcome pack for $99. It's $9.95 with Sign Me Up. And so that's what they'll do. And then they purchase their welcome pack. So if they're wanting Joyum, they get the Joyum welcome pack. If they're wanting the Triplex, they can get that, or consequently whatever other one they want at the price. Good question.
We might clarify that $9.95, which is normally $34.95, is so that new ambassador, just like you all, have your own website for a whole year. I mean, some companies charge you to use the back office, so to speak, give you a charge like $20 a month. We don't do that. It's a one whole year, the year you renew. But right now it's a special price of $9.95. I mean, most of us paid $34.95, didn't even give it a thought.
Right. Because it's still, I mean, when you think of opening your own business for $34.95, or it's cheaper than a Sam's card. I mean, I just got a Sam's card for the first time in forever the other day, and it was $45. And they didn't, all they gave me was a free rotisserie chicken. So, I mean, so, and I'm not making any money, but with Plexus, I paid $34.95 and I make a lot of money. So it's definitely worth the investment. Good question. Anybody else have a question before we finish up? Well, we are so excited and thankful that you guys got on, and Linda will post the recording if you missed out on the first part of the call. But we just wanted to empower you to just sign 3 people. It is so not hard. And then once you get them signed, we will help them sign their 3 people. We will help you with anything that you need. So y'all have a great night, and we'll see y'all on the call Sunday night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.